Welcome to Football with Cheese. So in this video, we have to talk about Dan Orlovsky, former NFL quarterback who works for ESPN, and his take that Ty Simpson from Alabama is the #1 quarterback on the board ahead of Fernando Mendoza. I'm going to go over why it's a stupid take, why he's wrong, and why this is much bigger than you realize. So make sure you do stay to the end because the football media is just lying to you. They're lying to the casual fan, and I'm going to call them out in this video. But first, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, all of that, so you do not miss any of my content. If you love the NFL draft, this is the channel for you. I do rankings, breakdowns, mock drafts, all of that, so make sure you do subscribe and hit the bell. Okay, so once again, if you did not know, Dan Orlovsky came out and said Ty Simpson is quarterback 1 in this class. So basically ahead of Fernando Mendoza. Clearly, afterwards, he regretted saying it and probably regrets going on the Pat McAfee show. I watched the clip, more on that in a second. But he cannot back out now, because if he backs out and says, I was wrong, it was stupid to say, then he loses integrity. Although he lost a lot of integrity anyway, not really for his take. He's entitled to his opinion, but how he handled it after, and we will go over that. But I think he was absolutely lying when he said that 10 NFL GMs, might have been 12, something like that, knows that Ty Simpson is QB1. And that a couple of them even texted back. He's just flat out lying. There's no way that 10 GMs would tell Dan Orlovsky that Ty Simpson is QB1 over Fernando Mendoza. But he can say that because he can hide behind unnamed GMs. Anyone can say anything like that. People in the media do this all the time. Adam Schefter had 2 GMs I talked to had Colonel Tate as a 4.45 40. At least 2. Unnamed GMs. Anyone in the media can just make up shit like this. And this is what Dan Orlovsky's done. He is represented by CAA, which is the same agency that represents Ty Simpson. Okay? You can call me conspiracy theorist for pointing that out. But guess what? He was really big on Mac Jones in the 2021 draft. Quarterback out of Alabama, represented by CAA. There's more. Mike Tannenbaum, former Jets GM, he's in the media now. He sent out a tweet saying, oh, I've heard the same thing, basically. But guess what? Tannenbaum's speaking engagements are ran by guess who? CAA. Very interesting. Then I saw a clip of Mel Kiper say, I haven't heard that at all. And Mel Kiper has Fernando Mendoza #1 on his board. He has Ty Simpson 25. I don't have Ty Simpson anywhere close to 25. And I'm going to do a breakdown of him. I wasn't going to. I did a Fernando Mendoza breakdown. I'll link it at the end. Make sure you check it out if you have not. I was just going to do Mendoza and then go over a little bit on each quarterback in my quarterback ranking video, which is coming in the next few weeks. But I think I'm going to go back this weekend, watch some more Ty Simpson, just to make sure I'm not missing anything, rewatch some games. But I don't have him in my top 50. I don't know if I have him in my top 70. There's a lot of good on Ty Simpson's tape, but there's also a lot of bad, especially toward the end of the year. So look out for that video next week. Look, it is possible, unlikely, but it's possible that Ty Simpson ends up being a better quarterback than Fernando Mendoza. It's possible. But if you ask any casual fan that watched 8 or 9 Alabama games, 9 or 10 Indiana games, who was the better quarterback in your opinion? No one. Not one is going to say Ty Simpson. The film matters. Fernando Mendoza was so much better than Ty Simpson. This is one of the stupidest football takes I have heard by somebody that's not just trying to clickbait you, like a Stephen A. Smith, like a Skip Bayless, like a Colin Cowherd. From someone that I actually respected. He was the last ESPN person that I respected until now. This is a horrible take. I cannot fathom how, just watching the film, you think that Ty Simpson right now is QB1 over Fernando Mendoza. And this has become a problem in all of sports, not just insiders, but former players, anyone in the media. They will go out of their way to promote one player while downplaying another. And it's because they have a motive. Dan Orlovsky clearly has a motive. And when he was on Pat McAfee, he made it so much worse. He even brought up, name me a big game Mendoza was in. At first, he was trying to defend Ty Simpson. Talk about playing in big games. That didn't go well. So then he flips it and tries to belittle Fernando Mendoza. The head-to-head game they brought up on the Pat McAfee show. The head-to-head game between Alabama and Indiana. Who was better? It wasn't even close. I know Ty Simpson did crack a rib in the first quarter of that game. Doesn't matter. It's not like he hurt his throwing shoulder. Injuries happen. He still was not nearly as good as Mendoza. It was night and day difference. So what Dan Orlovsky has done is trying to prop up one player that's not nearly as good as the other one, while also belittling the Heisman Trophy winner, national championship winning quarterback who was so much better on the field because he has an agenda and because they share the same agent. This is one of the reasons I have a channel, because you cannot trust the media anymore. These draft analysts that are on TV, that know the agents, that know the coaches, know the players, they might have an agenda. They might get calls. Hey, can you prop this guy up? Can you move him up your rankings? And they will do that. These agents will call up the media, tell them to say, oh, his 40 times actually faster, or his arms are actually longer, or he really is better than you think, better than the film. Trust me. All these GMs say it. They're going to call and ask for favors to try to get their client drafted higher. And a casual fan might believe this. A Raider fan might be worried now. Oh my God, is Ty Simpson better than Fernando Mendoza? But that's who we're taking. You just can't believe the bullshit. And Dan Orlovsky ruined his argument on the Pat McAfee show, saying Mendoza doesn't show up in big games. He's one of the most clutch quarterbacks I have seen in a long time. In the fourth quarter, in all those big games, he made big-time throws. So many more big-time throws than Ty Simpson. It's not even close. So he honestly made the argument for the other side. He looked so bad in there. And what does Dan Orlovsky do? When you realize you've screwed up, when you get a ton of grief, getting destroyed on X, your reputation is gone to shit, what do? You play the victim. So he puts out a tweet, I can't believe he did this, with a picture that says, people often forget that kindness is free. So he screws up and his feelings are hurt for all the grief he got. Remember, kindness is free. You can just be kind to me for having one of the stupidest takes I've ever heard. Be kind to me. Barney the dinosaur, gumdrop smiles and rainbows and unicorns and all that. Give me a break. Clearly you have an agenda. I have lost respect for not only Dan Orlovsky and Mike Tenenbaum, but other people in the media defending him. Well, he watches a lot of film. He used to play quarterback. He can evaluate them. He liked Zach Wilson before the draft. He propped up Mac Jones. So he's not some quarterback genius, some draft analyst that knows what he's talking about. He's doing this because he has an agenda. And I'll leave you with one more point. How many quarterbacks out there started only one season, had mixed results, did not play well at the end of the year, end up being very good quarterbacks in the NFL? I'll wait. I can't think of one. If you can, let me know in the comments. I'm not trying to hate on Ty Simpson, okay? Look out for my video next week. I'm going to watch some film this weekend. I will break him down. The point I'm trying to make is anybody that thinks right now Ty Simpson is QB1 over Fernando Mendoza needs to be put in a mental institution. And this has become a huge problem in the NFL media. You cannot trust Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter, Mike Garafolo, anyone on ESPN. Nobody. They're getting calls from the agents. They're getting calls from the teams. They're not going to tell you the truth. They have an agenda, and it's disgusting. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Please comment down below. I want to know what you guys think about this. Me and Mike, we do the Lights Out podcast every Tuesday night, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Link in the description. Share this with anyone who loves football. I cover all 32 teams on this channel, and once again, big emphasis on the NFL draft. Check out this video about Fernando Mendoza, and I'll see you in the next one.